You are sitting at a table with a group of people. Your phone is face down. Your coffee is getting cold. To anyone looking from the outside, you seem completely checked out, maybe a little aloof, maybe even arrogant. They see your quietness and assume you just do not care about the conversation. But the truth? Right in this exact second, your nervous system is absolutely screaming. You are not ignoring the room. You are absorbing every single microscopic detail of it. You just caught the fleeting flash of jealousy in a friend's eyes when another announced a promotion. You heard the slight, unnatural pitch in a laugh that told you someone is deeply uncomfortable. You felt the heavy, unspoken tension between the couple sitting across from you, long before they even exchanged a word. Society looks at your silence and labels you as disconnected. They tell you to participate more, to stop being so serious, to just blend in. But what they do not understand is that you are not disengaged. You are over-engaged. And choosing to look like you do not care is the only way your brain knows how to survive seeing too much. Welcome to the exhausting reality of being the person who sees what everyone else misses. Let us talk about the mask of deliberate ignorance. Have you ever caught yourself purposely playing dumb? Someone tells a story, and you already know they are lying. You see the cracks in their timeline, the subtle shift in their posture, the way their eyes dart to the bottom right. But instead of calling them out, you just nod. You smile. You let the lie slide right past you. People who do not process the world this way think that having a high level of intuition is like a superpower. They romanticize it. They think it is like a movie where you read the room, drop a brilliant deduction, and walk away looking cool. It is not. Catching the fake kindness in a coworker's voice does not make you feel powerful. It makes you feel nauseous. Watching a group of friends participate in a collective, unspoken charade of politeness when they secretly resent each other does not make you feel smart. It drains the life right out of you. Playing along with a script when you already know the tragic ending takes an immense amount of cognitive energy. So, you retreat. You put up a wall of indifference. People complain that you are closed off or hard to read. They do not realize that maintaining this facade of unbothered calm takes a monumental amount of effort. You do not avoid them because you hate them. You avoid them because you do not want to be crushed by the heavy, unspoken truths they are carrying. Truths that you accidentally picked up on just by walking into the room. This is not just you being overly sensitive. This is a physiological response. Your brain is operating with what psychology calls low latent inhibition combined with emotional numbing. Think of your mind as a house. For a normal person, the front door has a heavy wooden filter. It only lets in the big, loud, obvious guests, the words actually spoken, the explicit actions taken. Everything else, the subtle tones, the hidden motives, the micro expressions, gets bounced at the door. Your door? Your door is missing. Your brain lacks the standard filtering mechanism that blocks out irrelevant environmental stimuli. Every sigh, every shift in weight, every passive-aggressive undertone marches straight into your living room. When your brain processes this tsunami of social data, it quickly realizes something terrifying. Much of human interaction is built on deception. When you are constantly bombarded by the toxic, the fake, and the unspoken, your nervous system registers this influx as a direct threat to your survival. You cannot fight it, and you cannot physically run away from the dinner table. So, your ego initiates an emergency shutdown. It hits the breaker switch. This is the emotional numbing. Your psyche builds a soundproof glass wall between you and the world. It is an evolutionary defense mechanism designed to keep you from going insane. The glass wall saves you from immediate emotional damage. It stops the bleeding. But the side effect is a profound, echoing loneliness. You can stand in the middle of a crowded, laughing room and feel like you are floating in the vacuum of space. You are holding all these secrets, all these invisible truths about the people around you, but you cannot say a word. If you point out what you see, You are labeled paranoid. You are told you are overthinking. Why do you always have to make things so heavy? They ask. So, you learn to swallow the observations. You swallow them until they become a heavy rock sitting in your stomach. Let us dismantle the guilt you carry. The guilt of being the cold one, the distant one. You have been told your whole life that your detachment is a character flaw. It is not a flaw. It is a battle scar. Your nervous system is not broken. It is just violently exhausted. It is exhausted from being the designated emotional sponge for every physical space you enter. You have spent years absorbing the unspoken grief, the hidden anger, and the silent, desperate insecurities of everyone around you. You absorb it all until your chest physically tightens and your breathing becomes shallow. Of course, you shut down. You had to. When you sit at that table and stare blankly at the condensation dripping down your cold glass of water, you are just using that physical object as an anchor. You are holding on to it so you do not drown in the emotional undertows of the room. But here is the critical shift you need to make to stop simply surviving and start actually living. Just because you see the mess does not mean you are obligated to clean it up. I need you to let that sentence echo in your mind. Seeing the truth does not make you responsible for fixing the truth. For years, you operated under the unconscious, punishing belief that if you noticed a crack in a relationship or a hidden pain in a friend, you had to intervene. You felt the immense burden of your own perception, and when you realized you could not fix everything, you chose to freeze. You chose the heavy mask of indifference. But there is a middle ground, a quiet space between fixing everything and feeling nothing. It is the practice of conscious witnessing. You can observe the flash of passive aggression across a dinner table, acknowledge it in your own mind, and deliberately let it pass right by you. You do not have to catch the falling knife. You can watch it fall, note its exact trajectory, and keep your hands safely in your pockets. Imagine how much lighter your physical body will feel when you finally resign from the job of being the unpaid psychological detective for the world. You are allowed to see the manipulation and simply step out of its way. You are allowed to hear the lie, know it is a fabricated lie, and let the liar live with the consequences of it. You do not have to be the mirror for people who absolutely refuse to open their eyes. Giving yourself this profound permission changes the physical architecture of your daily life. Your shoulders will finally drop. The chronic, tight tension at the base of your neck will start to dissolve. You will no longer need to spend 3 whole days in a dark, silent room recovering from a 2-hour social event. Because you are no longer processing their emotional garbage. You are just observing it, exactly like watching a heavy rainstorm hit a thick window pane from the warmth of a dry room. You see the violent storm, but you refuse to let it soak your clothes. The indifference you wear no longer has to be a heavy armor born of fear and extreme overwhelm. It can become a lightweight, breathable boundary. You hold the power to choose when to step forward and when to lean back. And eventually, you will find the rare, beautiful individuals who do not require you to wear the armor at all. You will find people whose words perfectly align with their internal states, people who do not leak hidden agendas. Around them, your nervous system will finally exhale. The internal alarm bells will go completely silent. You will realize that you were never incapable of deep connection. You were just waiting for a connection that did not feel like walking through a minefield. Take a deep, slow breath right now. Drop your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. You are entirely safe here. What is the heaviest secret or unspoken truth you have had to pretend you did not notice just to keep the peace? Tell me about that exact moment in the comments below. I read every single one of them, and this is a safe space for your reality. If this struck a chord deep inside you, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We are building a sanctuary for the minds that see too much. In our next video, We will explore the physical toll this extreme perception takes on your autoimmune system and why your body physically attacks itself when you ignore your deep intuition. You will not want to miss that.